Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Investing with a Difference. So, today we are going to talk about some updates on EOS. But before that, I would like to walk you through some of the updates we did on our YouTube channel. So, of course, we did finally manage to change our channel art. So, hopefully, you will like it. And we do have the links here, which are always there. So, please join us. A lot of people ask us where we can find you, and you can always find and discuss with us on our Telegram channel, and we are trying to be more active on Twitter, so hopefully that will help. And I think a few things which I would like to highlight. So we have started this BP focus series where we are putting attention on one of the block producers, especially the block producers we are voting for. And we had our first of the episodes from the series on EOS Authority. So do watch that if you're interested in knowing what they're up to. And our focus is purely on EOS ecosystem, how BPs are helping and what they're trying to do beyond just running the node. And of course, I believe you must have heard about this free RAM. So I explained in this video why it's not really an award. It is more like a software upgrade, which is unlocking your RAM. So do watch it. Make sure you're understanding it. I don't like when people start making these comments that now the account is cheaper because you're getting free RAM. Basically, it's just unlocking of RAM. And so do watch it. It's a very short video I did to make sure people understand what's really going on. And finally, I think you must have seen this already, but if you're not, so this is a video of my interview with Happy Money Man. So he's another YouTuber and a podcaster. And we interestingly happen to be from the same area. We are in Bay Area, California Bay Area, and we got connected during some of the EOS discussions, and we thought let's have a chat and a discussion around EOS, what's going on, how I got into EOS, and so on. And this turned out to be very interesting. We thought it will be like a 20-minute discussion, but it happened to be more than an hour. So I do not recommend you to watch it on video. It's will be very boring video with our faces like flashing at you. So I recommend you watch it on maybe while driving or something where you only care for the audio. It was a great discussion. I think I always love talking to community members who are really excited about EOS, who understand the intricacies. So it is a lot of things we talked about, we discussed about EOS, and it was fun. So if let us know if you like these kind of things, we definitely I can participate in more debates and we can share with you. All right, so this is a quick status update of what's been happening with the Investing with the Difference channel. And now let's quickly look at the markets. So what's going on Bitcoin? If you remember, we had a huge drop. I think last time we went live, we were looking around here and I was talking about the support area which can be broken. And we had a huge drop. I think we dropped very, very fast within a day. I think we went down by more than 10% or almost 15%. So what is really leading this fall is not just Bitcoin. I think there's a lot of selling happening in general. And I think the biggest thing is the Ethereum. So let's look at the Ethereum chart. So if you see here, while we made a bottom in April and all the coins recovered, and then again, if you see the Bitcoin chart, we made a bottom and we went up. But what happened with Ethereum in last few days, it never recovered. It kept on falling even when Bitcoin was recovering and going towards almost $8,000, or not really $8,000, but I think 7,400 or something. And now again in this fall, even though it consolidated, it fell down again. It is kind of breaking down. We are now at $215. So what's really happening is there are a lot of ICOs who had been sitting on Ethereum, and they are actually not. They were waiting for it to go up, but now I think they're running out of money. They need to sell. So if I will take you on a flashback. So if you were with our channel 3 months back, if you're not, go watch this video. I posted this on Twitter today. So we did a video on 3 months back of why Ethereum will go down in 2018 and what was really driving Ethereum's price move in last year or so before EOS mainnet was launched. And do watch this video. It's a very, very interesting thing which we did at that time. And nobody believed it at that time. I think most of the analysts were talking about Ethereum target to be 1500. Everybody was calling it 2018 to be an year of Ethereum, when like Bitcoin may take a back seat and Ethereum will jump to new highs. And I think that's what happened in the start of the year. I think we saw $1,100 or so for Ethereum. but I was always skeptical of that. And in this video we explained exactly why Ethereum jumped and why EOS was the main reason for that. So do watch this if you want to understand it, and I hope not a lot of people got burned. We were always recommending people to exit Ethereum. So that is something which you need to really understand what's going on in the market. Now, next, let's move to the EOS news. So there's one exciting thing which came to my attention. This is EOS names. So basically, if you, as you know, that you can buy EOS names, the 12 character names, and as I predicted, there will be at some point there will be a market where people will be buying and selling account names. It's like real estate on the blockchain, because your account names will stay with you all your life. So you can create names which are interesting and you can sell it to other people. So this is a marketplace for Ethereum, for EOS names, and that is something which got me excited. It is pretty interesting because it is not depending on human factor. So this is a completely smart contract based Ethereum. Sorry, why do I keep saying Ethereum today? So I'm talking about EOS names to be traded. So what this app or this smart contracts allows you is you can sell your account by simply entering with scatter. So let me not do that right now. I'm just explaining it to you. You can select your account. Of course, you need to use your owner keys. And when you use your owner keys, you're giving permission to this smart contract to change the keys. And you set a price. So where you are going to grant permission, you're going to choose which account you're going to sell, and you will set a price. So if you see the listings here, there are two accounts right now listed. One of them is 15 EOS and another is 12. So you can set a price, and then when the account is sold by somebody, if somebody goes and buys the account, then you can simply go here and buy this account if you're interested for that price. And what happens is you get your EOS as soon as that account is sold directly from the smart contract. And if it is not sold and if you unlist it, you simply just take it back and your keys will be restored. So it's an amazing app. I hope people make use of it at some point. I think it's still early days, but it is a pretty good thing being done on smart contract. And I think this is something which I don't know if any other blockchain provides, because we have account names here, we have keys which can be changed, and you can actually sell assets. You can sell like all your airdrops. You can sell it as a package of if you can create a package of multiple airdrops, and it can be a completely smart contract based trading system where you build a portfolio for somebody and sell it to that person. So there are a lot of use cases here, but of course the basic use case is where you have reserved some premium names. And when I say premium, of course, you cannot buy anything which is less than 12 characters. That is still a different kind of a EOS contract in which people are really buying and selling premium names. I'm talking about 12 character names which are special, which have some meaning, and which may mean more to somebody else as compared to you. So this is a great marketplace, and they have a Telegram channel. I've been interacting with the developers of this project, and I think it's pretty exciting, and I think it's not a bad project. So if you are interested, please join the discussion and look at this exciting new feature of EOS. So what is new? I think one more thing you need to understand is, because we are using scatter a lot, all of these apps we talk about, the dice and the EOS Knights and whatnot, all of these apps are using scatter. So what you need to understand is that till now scatter was only a Chrome extension, but now scatter desktop is available. That means you download it on your desktop. It's going to be very similar to GreyMass or something. Of course it's still a scatter kind of a desktop feature which is allowing you to interact with browsers. But what it allows you to do is you can use any browser. So what I understand is that you can use a Brave browser, you can use Safari and other browsers, Firefox and so on. Of course, I have not tested it with all of them, but I'm pretty happy with how it is working with Brave and so on. And so do try it out. What I'm understanding from NS James is that this particular extension, the Chrome extension, is not going to be developed for future. So his all energy is focused on Scatter desktop now, because it's much more scalable and much bigger in feature. So do try it out. I would recommend you to try it out with some simple account right now, because it's still in beta, and it may be taking some time for you to get used to it, and you can try it out with some other browser, because right now if you have already installed Chrome extension, then you cannot your app will not prompt you to go to Scatter desktop, because first thing it right now tries it to use Chrome extension. But anyway, I think you just should be aware of it, because Scatter is one of the biggest feature of EOS. I think if you do not use Scatter, you are not really using a lot of EOS apps, your toolkits, and all kind of things which you can do on the web. So this is something I want to highlight. What else is happening? I think EOS Mechanics. So this is again a very interesting project. So this is done by a few of the block producers, and this is amazing. I think they're trying to do is they're trying to create an easy way to measure the performance of the block producers, and this is about how well they are performing. What is the like CPU performance of the block producers? So this is done by Aloha EOS, EOS Titan, and Team Greymas. So again, all three of them are on our voting list. We really love these teams. They're trying to do very, very good things. And I think as a proxy, this is something which we really love to see. We love to see some objective metrics of block producer performance. And this is what is coming up with this tool. So what happens is with these kind of tools, while it is great for identifying block producers who are not performing, I'm still not going to say that this is a good way to vote for them, because ultimately these are basic technical issues. And what I like about these three block producers is they are taking this extra effort to do it. It will help other block producers. I think all the block producers, they should not take it as a test. They should take it as an opportunity that this tool is providing them a way to figure out where they can improve, what are the challenges in really getting a faster and faster blockchain. So we need more and more such tools to really improve the blockchain, to figure out, diagnose the problems on certain endpoints versus others. And this is very, very important. So, and also I think beyond this, as you all know, that there has been a lot of issues with CPU recently, and there is a gray listing discussion. So I think Greymas is another initiative from them. I think Team Greymas is educating about how to really do this gray listing without any problems. What I hear from EOS Authority also, that Block.1 has made another update where it will make the gray listing of apps like Block Twitter, who are really spamming the network, they will make it better, which will improve the performance. So the next update will make gray listing easier. And there are some technical issues right now they were facing to gray list because of a lot of logs coming out of this exercise. And that is something which will be fixed very soon. And finally, I think we hear from Dan Larimer on some of the Telegram channels that he's working on improving the chain itself to increase the performance. So some of the ideas were to prune the chain. You do not need to carry the whole history while you're running the node, because that's the idea of blockchain, where each block is a hash of the previous block. So you do not have to store everything, and that's one of the feature called pruning, and that's what he's talking about. And then there are some other optimizations which Block.1 is working on. So I'm glad to hear, because I think there was a lot of digression in the middle in some of the Telegram groups. I think people were getting worried that Dan is too focused on writing a book on UBI and so on. I think, right, that is looks like he's very passionate about that, but we need to understand that he's still the architect for EOS, and he still has a lot of stuff going on. And EOS is still not a finished project. It's very, very early days. While we are seeing great progress, we are seeing a lot of performances. I think there's a lot of performance improvements which can happen from here, and that's what we should all be looking forward to. So this is all I had, guys. So be safe out there. I think especially on the Ethereum front, we don't know how much more dump will happen because of all the projects who are suffering. Some of them are, I'm sure, almost going out of existence because of this bear market. And what will they do? They will just cash out at some point. So that is what is the challenge with Ethereum. They have raised so many projects have raised so much money, and this whole ICO model, which was a big success in 2017, I think that is really becoming the bane for Ethereum right now. So be safe, try to look at your portfolio. I keep hearing the remarks from people, oh, I should just go and double down on Ethereum right now. But I'm kind of concerned with that approach. So be careful out there if you're an investor. EOS overall, I think the market is not great. As you can see, EOS is again near $5 after going all the way up to $6.60. And that will, I think, take its time I think still it is doing all right, I would say, because we are not hitting new lows. Like Ethereum is making new lows every month because of the challenges they're facing. But I think EOS is at least kind of bottomed out around $4.50. And I hope that in this move, we can hold those levels, and we can go up again based on the adoption of its EOS and a lot of new things happening. I think as we keep hearing these updates, and we are going to see a lot more exciting news coming out from London Hackathon, hopefully, and that will really give us the next step where Ethereum, the EOS, can actually really make us, take forward the blockchain world forward. So that's our hope. So once again, thank you for joining. And I think we are also considering, like now that we have started this interview series and so on, we are also considering if we can do an audio-only format, some kind of podcast. So of course, we don't have any lot of resources to do that. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. If you have anybody who can help us, let us know. We will be really happy to put this out in the audio contents going forward, because some people don't have time to watch YouTube videos. So do let us your feedback. Please keep sending your feedback and anything you think we can improve to educate and spread more information about EOS. So thanks once again. And share the videos and keep enjoying the content, and have a great weekend, guys. We will get back to you early next week with a lot more news around EOS, and we will continue with our Block Producer series next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.